tubes. Hi, welcome. Today's rant I want to talk about Star Trek, and I'll be talking a bit about Confession Box too. Basically I'm changing the confession box around a bit. It's still a confession box, but this time I want you to give not just, confessions about stuff you've done, but just get on, do a video response, give away a secret that you've never told anyone, confess about something that you love, confess about something that you hate, confess about anything. It doesn't have to be something you've done. You can confess it, if you know someone else's secret, or if you know anything at all, just leave a video response and, get involved and tell me what your confession or your secret or anything else is. Right, that's the confession box bit done. As I got no responses, I've nothing to show this week. But yeah, but if you want to confess about anything, leave a secret, leave a video response. Right, so my rant for today is about Star Trek. And I basically watched Star Trek for a while. Okay, I didn't watch all the series. Like there was the original Star Trek I watched a bit of. Next Generation I watched probably about half the episodes. And then there was Deep Space Nine. I probably only watched one episode of that really. I think I was in work or something and I hadn't got time to watch it, but anyway. And then there was Star Trek Voyager. Now I happened to get Star Trek Voyager on DVD from my brother. And I watched all the episodes. And I got involved in it. I thought it was good. I liked the stories, all that kind of stuff. The whole thing wasn't so cutesy. It was a lot more, good stories and interesting stories. And so I did get into it a good bit. And the whole story of Voyager is essentially that a Federation ship, or Star Trek, the Voyager itself, the name of the ship, it was hunting down a rebel ship in the Badlands or somewhere like that, and both the rebel ship and Voyager got sucked into what's known as the Delta Quadrant, and the nearest way home is like a warp or whatever it was like 75 years it would have taken them. So anyway, the series goes on about them trying to get home. Along the way they discover wormholes and some kind of warp taking the slipstream technology, things like that. So at nearly every episode you're thinking this is how they get home, or this maybe later on this is how they get home, will tie in. And that was really it. You were constantly thinking of how they would get home eventually, or if they would get home eventually. And so the last episode came and I was all excited. The last two episodes were Endgame, they were called. And I was really excited to see how they get home, or if they get home, or what the story would be. I had a suspicion that Q or something. Q was like a character who was a, omnipotent character who could do anything really, and I thought he'd appear and bring them home or something like that. But in the end, anyway, the way they got home was totally different. And I have to say, I was bitterly disappointed by how it ended. For a series that went on for 2 years, two series I think it was, but anyway, I watched, the whole thing over when it was on television. It was on for 2 years, I think. But I watched the whole episodes, and I was utterly disgusted at how it ended. And for a series that was based on them getting home and all, and I just felt let down. I wanted to see kind of the celebrations, I wanted to see the whole thing, of them getting home and what happened. But you didn't kind of get to see that, in a sense. And so, that's my rant for today. What's up with that? What's up with TV series that are brilliant, but the last episodes are dreadful? I don't get that. I watched Life on Mars, okay? And Life on Mars was a story about a guy who got into an accident, and then you don't know whether he's a time traveller, whether he's back in time, or whether he's gone mad, or whatever it is. And there's lots of twists and turns and everything in the end, and I'm not going to tell you how it ends in case you haven't seen it yet. But it was fantastic, like 10 out of 10, 100%. There was a character in there called Gene Hunt, and he was absolutely fantastic, made me laugh all the time, things he came out with. And it was based in the 70s, the story was going on in the 70s, so it was real like 70s cop kind of thing, and it was fantastic, good fun. But then along came well, they said it wasn't, but it was a follow-up series to Life on Mars, and they called it Ashes to Ashes. Now, Ashes to Ashes was dreadful, okay? I couldn't get into it for a while. Then when I did get into it, I was trying to solve clues and everything about what was going on. And then it ended, and like Star Trek Voyager, the ending was abysmal, dreadful. It didn't explain half the questions I had, and just seemed to me something that was rushed and put together, not thought out properly. But that's my opinion anyway, and I know I've talked to a good few people and they agree. So my rant today, and I want you to do a video response on this as well, okay? Have you ever watched a TV series that you really loved and enjoyed, and then had been let down by such a dreadful ending? Why did it make such brilliant episodes and then at the end seem to rush things, or just try any old story to finish up with? Surely the ending is just as important as all the stuff that came before. So that's it. Yeah, I want you to comment below. Tell me what you think about that. Tell me if you watched the show and you've had a dreadful ending, or if you know of a show out there that had a good ending. And if you've watched Star Trek Voyager, tell me if you thought it was a good ending. I'd like to hear your argument on that. So this is Pork from EditTube saying see you next time. Don't forget to leave a video response or a comment, and tell me what you think. And also do your confessions and secrets and anything else you want to talk about. Get it off your chest. Okay, Pork from EditTube saying see you next time.